Good evening, everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. Another rainy night in Panama. I didn't do anything today. I didn't go anywhere. Just hung out with my son. My wife went to a food festival. I've been there to it before. I didn't like it. So I decided I'm not going this year. Enjoy. So I'm staying home with a kid. Well, some things that are happening around the crypto world have caught my eye, and I want to bring them to light today. And it's some things are scary and some things look really good. And the one that looks really good is the first one we'll get to after we say hi to everybody. BC in the Matrix, Hexander, Randy and Randy. Man, I've been chasing those ghosts. Yeah, Pac-Man, I thought of you. There was all these different ghosts I could have used as for the image, but I figured you want to chase this one. Hey, Randy, ready for class? Thank you, buddy, for all you do. I'm here. What's a NFT? I haven't even looked at my what's the NFTs. I don't even know what kind of yield they're getting, but I'm sure it's pretty nice. Cheese and Hex. My table is set. I hear you. Good evening, Randy. You were mentioning utilizing the new moon and old moon in regards to TA. Yeah. 5 to 6 days before the new moon, 5 to 6 days after the new moon is generally pretty good. And the full moon, 5 to 6 days before the full moon, 5 to 6 days after the full moon is generally when the market is rough. The moon affects our moods. Could you elaborate on this regards to the recent market and upcoming midterm elections and what your opinion in regard to the effect on the general markets? Yeah, I think we pump into the market, pump into the elections. I think elections are November 9th or something. And also the lunar eclipse is on November 8th. It's just a confluence of a whole bunch of shit, in my opinion. So, you know how they like to make the markets look nice for elections. The incumbent party, but I think they're toast anyways. In the US, the incumbents, they're in trouble. So who knows? The 8th might be the day that everything takes a crap. But I'm gonna try to be positive. I'll probably go back to stables with a lot of stuff. 777, good evening, friends. Good evening, Hex family. Alex, move the liquidity when we are bullish. Yes. Pac-Man, I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Good evening. The whole Zen thing, I just, like I said, guys, I minted my Zen, and I'll see you in a couple of years. E-Tech, good day. Kung Pao, we wo. I want some Kung Pao chicken. I love that stuff. Funkmaster Hex. Davis, about time. Was it late tonight? John. So Hexy Pulskins, it's raining here also. Man, dude. This rainy season has been by far the rainiest that I've seen. And I've been living here for going on, I guess, 11 or 12 years, something. This has been ridiculous. Good evening, all from Canada. Yes. Hey, everyone, I'm hoping to get to Canada soon. Casamek Trades Crypto. Hello. Bad news first? Sure. Let's do the bad news first. Sandeep, good morning. Man, did you see InfoWars stuff on how so many people are dropping dead with heart attack? Yeah. I didn't have to see InfoWars to see that. It's been going on for a long time. And I've got a father-in-law that had a stroke and is bedridden for the last 4 months. So after he got his 3rd dose of the special juice. What's up, brother? I'm like, how's the weather back home? Oi, Randy. Kool-Aid. Crypto Kool-Aid. Where's that? Hi, Marion. Dan and I, Randy, thanks for all you do. What happened to the liquidity? You're going to see in a minute. Hi, Randy, will we ever see BTC rise in price when there is still such a huge discount in Grayscale? That's the problem, Chris. I mean, as long as there's a huge discount on the Grayscale, people or large chunks of money, they're going to be using the Grayscale Trust because they get Bitcoin at a 30% discount. Little's brother, the time to break the num cycle. Yeah. I couldn't wait for it to get this going tonight. I was like, I want to get on and talk, see how you guys are doing. Oh yeah, Davis? I don't know. You know this kind of subjects, the earth is flat. I have no control over it. So I can't really change it. If it is, it is. If it's not, it's not. Randy, always look on the brighter side of life. Yep, that's what I try to do. What do you know about the Aurochs wallet? It's coming. It's coming. I'm going to do a live stream with one of the founders here once it's released. So they'll be coming on, but not this show. I'll do it like a daytime one. A great white. Hi, Randy. Any HSI auction bid strategy? Nope. I'm not bidding. I'm just getting my ICOSA and staking ICOSA. That's what I chose to do. Everyone's going a different way. That's my strategy, is ICOSA staking. Good morning, Randy and fam. Paul, I've got one of the subjects tonight is your subject that you messaged me about. What's Gucci? Hey, Franklin. Did you hear that SBF had promised a bunch of money to Dems early in the year, but has now reneged? No, I didn't hear about that, Hexbear. Oh, man. I went to the bottom by accident. Hey, Randy, I can't wait for Richard to stream solo again. Yeah, that'd be nice. Looking forward to that day. What's up, Senor Randy? Life is good. The sun's out in Sydney. I thought it always was sunny in Sydney. What the hell? Evening all. You're in the hot tub, Lawrence. 2x speed forward with chipmunk sounds. No wine time for me. Rain would be nice. She's snowing in the Great White North. Wow, man, you guys got snow already? What's up, Hexagons? Well, it is the end of October, so that makes sense. I'm from Rochester, New York, and sometimes we get snow for Halloween. Good evening, Randy. Can you go over why liquidity on the HEX side is being removed? I know it creates a supply shock, but could this mean incoming price performance? Yes, Ryan. We're going to get into that. Let's get right. Let's go into first. I want to talk about this news. Coinbase, MakerDAO community approves our proposal to custody up to 1.6 billion in USDC with Coinbase. Oh, snap. Well, Paul messaged me this yesterday. And I'm against centralization, the idea of centralization. For those of you guys who do not know, MakerDAO are the guys behind DAI. And I've been telling you guys for a long time that my favorite stablecoin is DAI. And my friend that's an ETH whale that I hang out with here in Panama, his favorite stablecoin is DAI. Well, now we got this happening. Oh, come on. MakerDAO to move 1.6 billion USDC into Coinbase custody. Here's what you need to know. MakerDAO, MKR, the decentralized organization that manages the stablecoin DAO, will move 1.6 billion of its USDC reserves to Coinbase to earn a yield of 1.5%. The proposal to have Coinbase custody part of the MakerDAO treasury was passed by the MakerDAO community on Monday, with 75% of the votes being in favor of the move. 75%. What is wrong with people in crypto? Why is everybody moving towards centralization? This is pissing me off. You're voting for centralization. 75% of you dumb fucks, man. Seriously. Oh my God. And I'm not saying it's our community, but it's the people in the Ethereum community. That's why Pulse Chain needs to launch. We need to get away from these people. Sorry. The 1.6 billion represents 1/3 of MakerDAO's treasury, the reserve that allows users to deposit collateral in exchange for being issued the DAI stablecoin. In the proposal known as MIP81, Coinbase is described as a long-standing partner of Maker and an established, reputable, and regulated company. According to the proposal, Maker will not pay any custody fees to Coinbase. Yeah. The next step for now will be for MakerDAO to set up a new legal entity that can officially deposit money into Coinbase's institutional rewards program on behalf of the DAO. A tweet from the MakerDAO explained. This is the tweet. For Coinbase, the passing of the proposal marks a major achievement, with the amount of capital it custodies for clients now almost doubling from the current 1.7 billion. per a blog post from the company. So now they're going to be at 3.3 billion or something. Seriously. So that's the bad news. I mean, I love Ethereum, right? But there's something the Bitcoin maxis have always said. They've always said that the Ethereum Foundation and Vitalik, like the guy from MakerDAO, I think his name's Rune, and all these folks, they love centralization. They're partnered so close to the bankers. They're right up there with the people from BlackRock, Coinbase, and it's worrisome, right? So we got to look at this as people that are part of Pulse Chain and think of it as an opportunity for us. There's still 25% of the people at MakerDAO who voted against it. Now, those kind of people, maybe we could woo them to come over to Pulse Chain where we respect decentralization. So what do you guys think? I'm pissed, but I got to watch my blood pressure, so I'm not going to do Drill Sergeant Randy. Funkmaster. Been really nice last couple days. Cool. Well, you guys might have a nice Halloween. Thank you, Marianne. I'm just looking out for the hexagons when I show the flat Earth truth. I'd be happy with an alternative to Meta with better token detection. Yeah, they've got it. It's coming. Check into it. They have on the Aurochs one. Be one of the first people that gets it when it releases. Got my Z-Lite the other day. Been having super weird, vivid dreams. Getting excellent sleep. Thanks for the tip. Hex Vader, you are welcome. And that is part of it, man. Yeah. I love it. I take it every day now. You know what, bud? Yeah. Billionaire FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried said he'd spend lavishly to elect Democrats in the coming years, but with midterms looming, his wallet is suddenly shut via Slate. Interesting. Yeah. Because he's a banker kid. And his last name is Bankman. My God. That's why I have to use my paid YouTube account. Okay. Hello, Serena. Nice to have you. Rochester, home of the Americans. Yes. Rochester Amherst. One of the best games I ever saw was, I think we had like 7 fights in the last 10 minutes. It was awesome. Everyone's saying hi to Serena. I mean, this is the old crew right here. Serena, Franklin, everybody. We've been doing these live streams, been part of these live streams going back 3 years. Can you guys believe Hex has been around almost 3 years? Whoa. We've been doing this for so long. Yeah. That 75% was probably 3 guys. Why DAOs are a joke. Yeah, exactly. Some DAOs work, but most of them are so centralized. Picking up pennies in front of freight trains, as RH would say. They're trying to pick up those shiny pennies in front of that freight train. 1.5% yield. Bring some of that over to Hex, guys. MakerDAO move is big enough to shake whale wallets back into the market. Equals more pain to come. Yeah. What does the OA? The OA has like 267 million in DAI tokens right now. Come on, OA. Wonder what that would move the Hex price to. That would be awesome. Dumb fucks, yeah. I'll take LUSD over DAI and USDC at this point. I can't wait. Well, Lights Out, you're talking about Liquidity. Liquidity is they're also LUSD over on Ethereum. Remember that Liquid Loans, they are a fork or a copy of the code of Liquidity, which is on Ethereum. So they also have their own stablecoin, which hasn't been co-opted yet. Die. My darling, don't utter a single word. Die. My darling, just shut your pretty mouth. I'll be seeing you again. Look, I was a huge fan of Die. Do you guys remember just 2 months ago, or it was during my Shemitah series, I talked about the fact that they were thinking about going back 100% backed by Ethereum. Now they do this 180-degree turn and go centralized. Seriously, what the hell? Yeah, LUSD is looking good. LUSD is looking great because we're getting backed into a corner. Those of us who believe in decentralization. But that could be false news to get their way. Possible. No, I don't, if you're talking about the vote happened yesterday and it passed. I sense a fear of centralized regulation is coming soon, so USDC can be used as a CBDC. Sucks maker DAO is conforming. Yeah, I think USDC has something to do with the CBDC. Solar eclipse was today, tea time. The solar eclipse was today. The lunar eclipse, which is the more important one, is November 8th. Too much centralized ownership screwed up their voting. Yeah. Yeah. No super chat option still. No, tea time. And it's not my fault. It's something to do with Google. It's got my US address, but my country, it's saying I'm Panama. So I guess the mail system, they send you a code, like, you know, those banking codes, it's got your code inside of it for your new cards. It has one of those codes and they've got to mail it to me. Well, it's got my New York address, but country, Panama. Oops. So who knows where they're ending up. Bitboy ran. No. No. I think some whales bought up Maker in order to control the vote. Oh, I'm sure. That's a Justin Sun move right there. Fake pump lows incoming. Yeah. Nice twist on that old Metallica song, Funkmaster. If 75% of the crypto community voted for this, imagine when Sam Bankman's bills come out, we are toast. Well, 75% of the Maker DAO voted for that, right? And like everyone's saying, it depends on how many coins you have. So there's a lot of guys. I mean, there's people in there that own like 50% of all the tokens. So their one vote could have practically won the vote for them. Yes. He's becoming the running joke of Bankman's becoming the running joke of the crypto world. First virtual convention, buddy. Lawrence Roland. Old time hockey. Yep. It's like 3 years. 3 years for what? For HEX. Yeah, time's moving fast, guys. People are like, oh, these 15-year stakes are so far ahead. Now they're 12. 12 years away. It's nuts. My son's first stake, he had his shortest one was a 13-year stake. So now it's only 10 years away. Who knows what that stake's going to be worth? This DAO thing is fake democracy. Yeah. Centralized voting. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with a delay as long as it's being designed perfect and protected properly. Pepe, I agree. Liquid loans is USDL. Okay. Okay. I keep calling it LUSD though. Just because I'm used to it. LQTY, and I'll take USDL on Pulse. Okay. All right. LUSD has some chicken bone thingy. I have no idea what that is, but I want it. Budding Guru, hello. How are you doing today? Pulse Chain will become the new gold standard from here on as new things get built or forked. This is very crucial for Richard and us all. Yeah. People are discounting what's going to happen with Pulse Chain. They're so into Ethereum right now, or the other possibilities. They're not looking at what's coming. And Pulse Chain is going to be absolutely amazing. And the other one that I think is going to be amazing is the Cult DAO. Cult DAO is having a layer 1 with privacy included into it. So I kind of lost focus. I got away from Cult DAO, but when they announced that, I'm like, fan, you guys got a fan. I love privacy. So that's going to be cool. Carl Schwab got to the MakerDAO guys. Yeah. Google verification by postcard, pain in the ass. Robin Huevo, yeah. Solved it in a live video call with Google Tech. Oh, did you, Robin? Okay, I'll do that. Try to get that done tomorrow. Will we see 1 cent hex? It's possible in a capitulation candle, but it's not going to be Hex's fault. It'll be Bitcoin's fault. It'll be, Hart's law. If Bitcoin drops down to 7,000 or something, it'll bring down the whole crypto market, including Hex. Bankman, well, I don't care if it's a Jewish name or not. It says it right in his name. He believes in centralization, or his family's part of it. We have to ask ourselves, do we want money, richness, or make the technology work for us as a priority first? We need to build to save ourselves, unless we are all start not complying together. Yeah. Well, the first thing we could do for non-compliance is start growing your own food, move to jurisdictions that are friendly towards freedom. And that doesn't mean you have to leave the US or leave Canada. Look what just happened in Saskatchewan, Canada. I think they voted that lady in, and there's a whole group of people up in that area that are joining together to fight against the stuff that's happening in Quebec, or in not Quebec. What's it called? What's the capital of Canada, guys? It's north of Toronto, Ottawa. What's happening in Ottawa? So I think the world's waking up quickly too. My son, he's going to be 5 pretty soon. Okay, I've stopped crying. What's the good news now? Yeah. Okay, so let's do that real quick. We're talking about HEX liquidity. If you can see it. All right, cool. So this is Uniswap version 3. Now, people use this for 2 reasons. You have market makers, or people who want to just be a liquidity provider, and they make money off the fees and those kind of things. But what people don't know is that you can also use this to unload your HEX. So if you want to sell your HEX and you don't want to just trash the market, say you have a million HEX and you don't want to drop the price, you can put in on version 3 of Uniswap, you can put in a sell order of a certain amount of HEX at a certain price, and it'll be just like the old style on the exchange. Just put a sell order and they'll eat it up and it'll be gone. That's how it goes. Well, right now we're sitting right here. These are all buys, going all the way back to here at 0.033, the market maker's favorite number. We have 32,770 USDC and 30,000 at the 32,770 USDC at that price at 0.033. All right, those are people that want to buy. It goes all the way up here. Then we have somebody here at 0.0417 with 143,290 USDC waiting to buy. And this will fluctuate back and forth, right? But if somebody comes in and they just buy all this up, right here we have 3.39 million HEX for sale. We got 3.38 million HEX for sale. So if someone came in and they just wanted to buy 6.8 million HEX, they would eat into this candle over here and push us. And it wouldn't take much to go. The sky is the limit here. We can go flying from here, right? In the USD one, because there's just nothing. 374,000, 373,000. Liquidity has been disappearing or being shifted around, but there's not much for sale. And this is on the USDC. This is ETH, the ETH pair. Make it bigger. This is ETH. There's not as much. Oh, what I didn't show you was the total value locked. The total value locked right now in HEX USDC is $7.38 million. 24-hour volume is 5.86 million. So our volumes dropped by 35% in the last 24 hours, but that's mainly because of those huge buys from yesterday. And 24-hour fees, that's how much money has been made in fees, $17,590. So if you're a market maker, or if you're a liquidity provider, that's how you make money, is off these fees. But that was USDC. HEX ETH pair, we've got 1.95 million in total value locked, 24-hour volume 1.74 million, and fees 5,230. Now, I don't know about you, which pair you use. I usually use the HEX ETH pair, and I know Richard tells everyone to use the HEX USDC pair. It's just that I don't like to hold USDC that much. I like to hold ETH, so that's the pair that I would use. And then if you go to version 2, the chart's not showing for some reason. I don't know why, but the HEX ETH pair, the total liquidity is 842,000 on Uniswap version 2. Pooled tokens. Now this works very different. This does. Remember over here we have these where you could set the price where you want to sell, where you want to buy, like limit orders. Well, over on version 2, you can't do that. All you can do on version 2 is you have to match like $100,000 of USDC with $100,000 of HEX, or $100,000 worth of ETH, or like 200 ETH with 200 ETH worth of HEX. So that's how you provide liquidity on version 2. And from what I understood, PulseX is going to be like this when it launches. It's going to be like Uniswap version 2, because version 3 will not be available to be the code copied until I think it's March. And the HEX USDC pair on version 2 has $763,533 of liquidity and 9,127,000 HEX and 382,000 USDC. So what's happening is we're seeing liquidity being shifted, meaning whoever's providing the liquidity is saying, oh, it looks like the HEX price is going to start going up. So we're going to move our liquidity to the other side, or move it up a bit to keep pace with the amount of action on the network. So I'm very positive. It's looking very good for HEX. All right. Somebody out there is speculating, in my opinion, that HEX is moving up. Why would they speculate that? Well, it could be that they think that Pulse Chain is coming pretty soon. So they don't want to be selling HEX at 4 cents. They'd rather sell HEX at a higher price. Maybe put it at 5 cents, 6 cents. And totally makes sense to me. It's no different than when if you go to a centralized exchange and you put your limit orders, and then you hear a buy the rumor, sell the news event, like, oh man, I better take those orders down because the price is going to move 50% or 100% over the next couple of weeks. So yes, that is the good news. It looks like the market makers and the liquidity providers are starting to see that HEX is going to be moving up. Being in this game for a few years has made me immune to FUD. HEX bear. Cheers to that. FUD doesn't work on me anymore. I just have my plan and I stick to it. That's all. Good evening, all. Finally caught a live stream. Appreciate your content, Randy Caliente. You're welcome. Caliente. Maybe RH will have to make Pulse Chain also centralized if we lose the bill with DeFi. I don't know, Pac-Man. I mean, but would you rather have centralization with someone like Richard, who hates the bankers, or someone like the guys over at MakerDAO who seem to love it? I was going to say something crude, but I'm not going down that road. I almost convinced my 9-year-old to buy $15 in HEX, but he chose the Fortnite skin JPEG. I even offered to pay the gas. That's funny. Yeah, so this shirt kind of says it, right? Get in, loser. We're going to the moon. Because it looks like we're getting ready to launch, right? But it's not all green sky or blue skies. We got some world macro problems that we have to get through over the next couple of weeks before we can finish off this bear market. And we're getting very close to the end of this bear market. And I say very close. I mean, it could be weeks away. Richard put a whole new meaning to having skin in the game. That's wrong. PLS sentiment went from everybody's sure that we were getting rich to a large percentage of FUD. Makes me more bullish, to be honest. Chad, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. People just lost their shit, you know? And I understand too. I haven't lost my shit, but I'm definitely nervous. I'm definitely not liking the fact that we have to wait so long for this amazing thing to go. I like stuff launching in a bear market. I don't want to wait until the bull market begins. What did I miss? Black Label Expat. I was just talking about the MakerDAO situation, how DAI is being centralized, and they're giving 1.6 billion in USDC to Coinbase for them to custody and pay them 1.5%. Pennies in front of freight trains. I mean, I'm not the only one by far, but I can't wait to see this Pulse thing. What it can do. Could melt some faces, could flop. Either way, it's been a hell of a ride. The thing is, it's not going to flop because, look, if anything would have flopped, it would have been Tron. I could have sworn Tron was going to flop, and yet it's still here. People still use it. I mean, even my guys that I do business with here in crypto, buy and sell, they still use Tron. Their favorite USDT version is the Tron USDT. And I look at it, I'm like, what? But that's their favorite token. Seriously. Toronto. Blue Bum, is that where you are? There you go. Yeah. Ottawa. What is one thing we have to do once we make 1 million from Pulse Chain? I don't know. It depends on your financial situation. $1 billion isn't a lot of money. For example, if I go to the casino and I spend $500, that's a lot of money, and it goes away. It's not as much as you think it is. Or you go $1,000 only takes you to the casino 1,000 times. I don't know. Because cars are so expensive. I mean, if you're buying material things, a house is very expensive. All of a sudden you have less, and then you have to worry about your taxes depending where you live. Eats right into it, man. So you need a lot more than $1 million nowadays. They said that the average, this is speaking to Americans will need an average of $1.25 million to retire now. That's at the current rates. 1.25 million. I don't know many people that have that kind of money. Nope. Alberta's great to live in Canada. Yep, absolutely. I hear it's. My friend called me today and told me he was so excited to tell me the news about what's going on up that way. Making some jalapeno stuff with cream cheese and bacon. Keto life, baby. Yeah. I didn't do a keto meal today. I made my own guac. I made my own guacamole. Because, avocados are ubiquitous in Panama. You can stop at a light and guys walking around selling avocados, So I picked some up, made my own guac tonight, and I actually had some chia chips, and I had that with it. But I'm not doing 100% keto. Can't do it. I feel we need to remember that what freedom is really supposed to mean. If it feels like it's eroding little by little, and many aren't noticing. They're not noticing. It's the whole frog in the boiling pot, boiling water. But like I said before, it only takes 3.5% of a population to start shit, and it will totally paralyze a country. 3.5%. Try to be in that 3.5%. You never want to be part of the 96.5. Always be part of 3.5. In my opinion. It's most open market HEX bought on version 3. Just curious. Isn't most open market HEX bought on version? Yes, Paul. I would say 80%, something like that, because Uniswap defaults to that. You actually have to choose version 2. That's why the liquidity keeps dropping a version 2. It used to be a lot more, but with the rise of version 3, it's just everyone's over there now. I don't even use version 2 anymore. I used to, but no need. I've been diving in and learning version 3 lately. Glad you brought it up. Awesome, Pepe. Yeah, I'm learning too. I did it as a learning session. Marco, good evening, sir. How's everything in New York? I like using version 3 for single-sided liquidity. It's a better way to DCA. Yeah. And that way we don't have to, if you've got 1 million HEX, why just sell 1 million HEX in one go when you can put it and not move the price at all? If you don't need the money right away, just put a single-sided stake or a single-sided liquidity in there, and when the price goes up, people will buy through it. Pepe is a much easier game to experiment with the alternate chains. Matic is the cheapest, but I've heard ETH-W and ETH-Fair are cheap too. Yeah, I use them all. I did Matic last week. Matic glitches out once in a while. It has some issues. ETH-W right now, I tried to use the exchange that they have, Kyber Network, and it's just not working. I can't do any transactions. But I did stake a whole bunch of I took all the liquid HEX that we had, turned it into HSI stakes, then sold the HSI stakes to the ICOSA contract, then staked the ICOSA over on ETH-W and ETH-Fair. So I did that, and it took a long time. It took about an hour and a half for me to go through and do all that. It was crazy. You're gonna need a full-time. You're gonna need an employee. For those of you guys who are OGs, you're probably gonna need an employee in the future to help manage your HEX stakes, because now we're gonna have 4 chains. Who knows if there's gonna be another one launching? It's gonna be so much work for us. All right, keeping it real in the great shift of the ages, sir. Many blessings to you and the family. Bofalio Heart, thank you. Self-fulfilling prophecy. I mean, Alberta's fine, but she's no Sasky. Sure, the winters are tough and roads get rough, but she's good cow country. That's for sure. Might have to feed a bit more. You guys with your country boy talk. The funny thing about that Saskatchewan area that I never really knew is that you guys are more like Texas. It's like cowboy country, right? Wyoming, that style. And I never really knew that. I never really paid attention to that part of Canada because I'm an East Coaster. I grew up across the border from Niagara Falls, Toronto, and that kind of stuff. And I never thought of Canada as like the whole Wyoming thing. But damn, you guys really got it up there. It's just like the Midwest, the US, just colder. Version 3 helps from not dumping HEX, which keeps HEX price up. Absolutely, Pepe. And the other thing too is what I was testing today is I took some HEX. I staked the HEX, turned it into a HSI stake, sold the HSI stake into the tokenized it, then sold the HSI stake into ICOSA contract. And then I went and checked my ICOSA to try it because I saw that the price of ICOSA was rising substantially. And I wanted to see if I could sell the ICOSA to get more HEX back, more than what I sold into the stake. And no, it was about 2% less. So if you're ever trying to do that, the price really has to be a big difference. It was decent different, a couple cents, but it wasn't enough to make a difference in getting me some more HEX. It was an experiment, but it didn't work out. So now I got a bunch of ICOSA that's all staked. JJ Wentworth. Kid Gigaricked. Yeah. Oh, Bob Wells. Sorry about that. Hey, Randy. So awesome to catch a stream. Welcome. I don't see how we can finish this bear when the rest of the world is just starting to fall in the crapper. What's happening is the world, this is just in my opinion, why I think the bear is going to end in crypto first. It's because the world is going digital. Everything's going digital. CBDCs are coming and all that. So because those things are happening, they want a new financial system, and the new financial system is what we've built. And when I say we built, I've been here since 2014, so I literally helped build this shit. Launched over 40 projects. A lot of experimentation was done. We had things like DAOs, and I invested in the Ethereum DAO back in the day. I've been here for a long time, and a lot of you guys have too. So I think people are discounting the fact that the whole world is changing to digital. And when I think of the future, I think of you'll have your CBDCs, and then over here you'll have your crypto. And crypto is going to encompass everything. Crypto is going to be your stock market. It's going to be your real estate market. And your real estate is going to have your NFTs. Your art market is going to be on NFTs. We've got a whole other. The whole world is going to be in crypto, and it's coming. Everything so far has been an experiment. And they're going to try to centralize a lot of it. But remember, if we fight, we can still keep decentralization for a long time, if not forever. That's my hope. We just got to keep fighting it. We got to have our own DAOs and say, no, we're not doing that. We'll go to Saturn and deal with who's in charge there. Yeah. So Saturnalia is coming up. For these guys who do not know, this is like the year of Saturn, and HEX is when the whole gematria thing. HEX is Saturn, Bitcoin Saturn, Satoshi Saturn. It's so funny in the numbers game. So yeah, interesting that HEX is included in all of that. Anyone else remember those old commercials? That's why he's using it. Yeah, I trust Richard. Yeah, he's going to do fine by us. Macroeconomics haven't shifted for the most part. Patience guarantees less external negative factors. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just be prepared, because there could be a crash of some kind. It's probably going to be post elections. We needed all the non-believers out anyways. Those ain't long-term holders. They add sell pressure. Yeah. Yeah. And man, what is going on with the live streamers? I'm glad I started live streaming, because we needed someone who's not as emotional as some of these folks. You youngins, man. You youngins you gotta learn to tone it down a little bit. Tone it down. It's okay to yell and scream, but don't act like big babies. I'll do my best not to act like a big baby. Hedron's pumping. Okay, we'll get there in a second. Trust the plan. RH. Randy goes live is a must watch for me now. It's a routine now, like going to night class with Professor Hilarski. Come get me aliens. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. It makes it all worthwhile. That insane Tron USDC being a fave pair. That's insane. Yeah. But okay, so the word on the street here in Panama is I've got that we call it chisme's gossip. So I was with my Czech guys the other day, and they're the guys that handle when we buy and sell crypto. And they said they are so busy. I'm like, what do you mean busy? I said, this is a bear market. He goes, yeah. He goes, but hundreds of Ukrainians and hundreds of Russians are moving to Panama, and they're all coming here with Bitcoin and with Ethereum and with USDC. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, man. He goes, I have to schedule everybody out all day long now. I'm like, what? I said, that's a cool problem to have. He goes, yeah. He goes, but we could barely keep up. So yeah, things are happening. I'm telling you guys, don't discount crypto. Crypto is how you move now with money. It's the only way you can get it done. You can't, say you're a Ukrainian, you had a net worth of $250,000. You can't buy $250,000 worth of gold and walk across or get on a plane and fly to Panama with it. Trying to send that through the banking system could be a pain in the ass. People are going to ask questions. A ledger, you're fine. Seed phrase, you're fine. Tron ranked to 17, not bad. Yeah, exactly. I can't believe it's still up there after all the cut and paste they did. That's all they did too, just cut and paste. Tron just works. That's important. Not the best, not the worst. It works. Exactly. See, still use Tron to buy stuff online. HEX, Pulse Chain is like Tron on steroids. I don't want to even say it that way, because Tron was a ghost chain when it launched, whereas we're far from it. So we're gonna be much more. Starbucks black plain tall small cup with $1.89 USD, and now after 1.5 years later, it's $3.89. Ooh, Pac-Man, where do you live? It's expensive in here in Panama, but $3.89. I think ours is like $2 something. $1 million is morning these days. A nice house and a new car, and there ain't much left. I'm telling you. Bob Wells, all you Western Canada guys. Wow. Next bull market, I'm going to buy a ton of land and build a legacy of my family. Hex Bear, do it. Do it. Come to Saskia in Canada. Wide open. Funkmaster, that's what I'm hearing. Ain't got no one using the blockchain though. Exactly. It's just removing money, in my opinion. Maybe that's why they did it. Maybe that was the intention all along. No good dApps over there anymore. Yeah, they stopped building stuff. 1 million is just crumbs now. Yep. Randy bought the dip today. Yeah, that's funny. The avocado dip. I made my own. Put that lemon juice in it, tomatoes, onions. Just bought some Cult. Thank you. Pearl, you're welcome. Cult's going to do very well. Franklin, is there a way to spoof transactions to make DeFi chains look more active than actual transactions? Oh, you're asking Franklin. Why would version 2 still be available? Because it's open source and there's no reason not to. This is crypto. You're allowed to choose which one you want to use. Some people don't like version 3. Been looking at Dex Tools and Dex Screener. I use Dex Screener. Love it. A no pull. Got my friend in the HEX today in a 1-year stake. John, nice move, buddy. Let's fucking go swap for ETHW. LFG swap for ETHW. Cool, Robin. Here, I got to write that down because Kyber swap's just not working. It's an LFGS swap. See, that's another reason why I love doing the live streams. You guys teach me stuff. Cool. That's awesome to hear. I just don't know what the hell is going on. People ding HEX saying it was has no volume, but most of that is real volume on a DEX, unlike a SEX with bot wash trading. And HEX wasn't meant to be traded, right? HEX was meant to be bought and staked. So instead of our HEX just sitting in our wallet and we're tempted to trade, we stake that shit out long and just goes off the market and we're not using it. Use UniW for DEX and farming. Okay. UniW. Is that for... Because I know the Uni on ETH Fair is no longer working. So now is Uni working on ETHW? What the fuck? That's a problem with Chain's fork. It's like you got to keep up because things change so fast. Experimenting with it and get a feeling with it. Thanks, bro. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I did the same strategy, ETHW and ETH all in on Cosa. Yeah, exactly. Because nobody's over there. I onboarded a friend. He bought 9,000 of HEX at 3.2 cents. He's so happy right now. Oh, I bet. Wait till he gets his first double. He's take 55.5, 55, and it's 36.50. Very good. So he max. See, that's the key. If you want to max your T shares out, you have to go 36.50 or more. How I made. Plus, there's no leverage trading against HEX that shows no volume. Yeah, there's no leverage trading. Northex. I haven't looked at any other ETH chains, but I just had a HEX stake in. Is it bleeding out on other chains, or how does that work? It doesn't start to bleed out until 2 weeks. It takes 2 weeks to start bleeding out. Get over there. Do it. It's easy. Pretty sure you can, but I meant blockchain has only a few projects. Yeah. Tron blockchain it's almost empty. You have a copy of it over there in ETH. Yeah. ETH Fair, ETHW, guys, got to get to start using it. There's value over there. It's not a lot of money, but you don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, you got your Hedron over there. You got Icosa over there. You got your Whatsa NFTs over there. And any other ERC20 that you had prior to the forks, they're over there. Yeah, approximately. Yeah, we all lost money building this crypto game. Yeah, I made money, but it hasn't been easy. I mean, it might not be worth much on other chains, but should look into it, I guess. In the future, it could be. Where's the astrology girls when you need them? Put it in good accounting so it won't bleed out, but you'll just pay gas 2 times. Exactly. I think we're in disbelief stage. Look, we're almost out of this bear. Oh, it's 10:50. Let me go show you guys the charts real quick. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, here's Hedron. On the daily, we still have the buy. He said Hedron was pumping. What you talking about? It's right at the same place it's been. 50411. Looking good though. Still green on the daily. The AI is looking good and the DI is looking good. There's people talking smack about Hedron today, saying, "Oh, you guys should have just kept your hex." Hedron's gonna do fine. Look, on the weekly, we're still green. AI is looking good. DI is looking good. There's nothing bad about the chart for Hedron, that's for sure. Let's go to Bitcoin. Look at this. This is on the weekly. Bitcoin's looking better. Look at the fear and greed down here. This is true fear and greed right here. That looks nasty, but this is looking better. And this new week, we are now yellow. Looks like macaroni and cheese yellow. If we could just get this thinner or pop over and this goes above zero here, we're off to the races prior to the elections. I think we could have a nice run the next couple weeks. And that is on the weekly. Let's check the monthly to see if it got a green indicators yet. No. I'm expecting this to go green in the next 2 months. We'll get a little nice Aurochs indicator over here saying that we're going up. That's my prediction. And Ethereum on the weekly, we got confirmation of last week's green indicator. The greed, or the fear and greed, the fear is the lowest it's been going back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12 weeks. And this week was the week of the merge. So it's already been 3 months since the merge, right? Or something like that. Or this was the buy the rumor to the news time when people were getting excited about it. I don't think it's been 12 weeks. Maybe it's been 10 or so. But yeah, people are starting to get excited. I think look, AI is even going up. Let's see the daily. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Market's turning around, folks. What's the price? $14.91 for Ethereum. Very cool. Nice little pump today. I tell you, I was kind of disconnected today. I wasn't really paying attention. Look at HEX. Holy shit, look at HEX. That looks good. This is HEX on the daily. Nice little ladder forming here. The AI is well above the green, and the DI is well above the zero. This is like HEX of old. Can we keep this for a while? I really appreciate it. We're at 4.22 cents right now. Very cool. And that's it. Let's see what it looks like on the weekly before we leave. Look, steps going up. Look at this. Oh, man. Looking beautiful. Okay. All right. That's the best charts we've seen in a long time. That looks great. Cult is a ZK. Their layer 1 is going to be a ZK. But look more into it. It's just they want to make sure that they have privacy included. Serena's got that fire going. Yes, and all chains that I get copy from. If one bleeds out, the others do too. End your hedrons first before your hex. You got 2 weeks from end mistake before bleeding. Yeah, exactly, Pepe. Hedron can break above 60 next to erase 1-0. I think so. I mean, we've got 2 weeks until the auctions. A little over 2 weeks. I found working Uniswap links for ETHW and ETH if you want them. I can confirm they work. Billy Boy, sure, you can send it to me. You can send them over to Twitter if you want. And guys, I'm sorry about Twitter lately. I set up an app called I Unfollow, and I went through and found everybody that wasn't following me back, and I unfollowed them. And because I set up that app, now Twitter is saying that I'm using automation, and I actually disconnected the app the same day I used it. And so now I can't like stuff too many times. I can't follow people. It's like, geez, I can follow like 2 people and it says, oh, you have reached your limit for the day. Like, what? So I'm sorry I can't follow people right now. I'll catch up sooner or later. No, do not go to LFG swap. It isn't good to use. The Uniswap version 3 works well. Okay. Let's fucking go swap. Great name. PNW Hex, yeah. Cult DAO. Cult DAO is one of the few coins I'm into outside of the Hex ecosystem. I like the manifesto. I have 2 million Hex in ETHW. Nice. UniW is working great on ETHW. Okay, thank you, Bob Wells. I'll check that one out. I love big boobies. Ted Walker. They could be nice. Everyone enjoying the solar eclipse pump? Yeah, today is the solar eclipse. I use swap space to send ETH to ETHW. Really, Bob? I haven't checked that one out. I use Simple Swap, but I haven't done a transaction to ETHW yet. Somebody got mad at me the other day because they used it and they said they need 4,000 confirmations or something. Like, well, dude, I know it's available. I just haven't used it yet. Will those ETHW and ETHF pairs copies be a part of the Pulse launch copy? No, they will not. No, just ETH 2.0. Hard for me to stay up since it's actually going on 12 a.m. Got to get up and teach. All right. Have a great night, Mike. Enjoy. I'm farming PPR and Uniswap. It's been pumping. Nice. When do you recommend taking profits? I've invested all my HEX big payday stakes and haven't cashed out any money. I just had a stake that ended from January 2020. It's 50K. Should I go on a trip? Well, we're kind of in that situation too, because I just had a big stake come out as my last big stake, and then I don't have another one come out for like 2 years. And I don't know. It depends on your financial situation. If you don't need the money, just stake it again or put it into an HSI. So if you put it into a Hedron HSI, then you can unstake it at any time, right? Or turn it into multiple Hedron HSIs. So if you have 2 million HEX, you do 20, 100,000 HSIs. That way you have you have the continual money, plus you're earning that Hedron every day. If it's just sitting there, it's not doing any work for you. That kind of defeats the purpose. How does one clean old wallets out? Stuck with little ETH on it, can't send without gas. Well, yeah, Pepe, there's nothing you could do. Sorry. I'm on the roof. See, Chef, you're upstairs. I believe you're the guy that lives in my building. Hi, Marion. Fire. That's what centralized does for you, Randy. Damn apps. It's all good. Not an issue to me. It's not. See, the app isn't the problem. It's the fact that the transaction fees are so high right now that you can't move anything. Cult DAO is a tax token. Never seen one of those work. Corey, yeah, I agree. But I like it. Now they're launching layer 1 with the Cult DAO. So they're expanding. Franklin, what you talking about? Swap space works well for ETHW. Okay. I'm retired now. I want to go to spend some cash. Go for it. No, I mean, we did. But I sold HEX at 44 cents. And then we went on our 3-month trip to Europe and had a great time. So you gotta take that vacation. Dude, you gotta go then. This time of the year, if you want to go to Europe, it's a great time. I highly recommend this time of the year. Berlin, Vienna, Austria, Prague, any of those cities are absolutely amazing this time of the year because you have the fall colors. But better go soon. The leaves will all drop very quickly. Good on you, Black Pepper. If you haven't spent it, the government will for you. Yes, they will. You should treat yourself, Black Pepper. Yep. Do you really live next to Roberto Duran? Yeah. Walk outside of our building, turn right, go down about 100 yards. He's on the right-hand side. Surely someone, perhaps our age, could create something you can implement into wallets to pick up all the ETCs. I hope so. That'd be very cool. I don't have a passport. You better get a passport. Shit. In this day and age, you guys better have passports. Be ready to leave at any given time. No solar eclipse in Florida. Yeah, we didn't have it here either, but it depends on where you live. Take a trip to Saskatchewan with all that money. Saskatoon, the Paris of the prairies. Oh, you guys. You can buy passports too. There's an app for that. Pepe. All right, folks. It's 11 p.m. The light just went out behind me. Thank you all for showing up tonight. And I'm going to get some rest. And I'll see you all tomorrow.